If we head that way, we carry on in the South Downs Way towards Eastbourne. If we head that way, we carry on in the South Downs Way towards Brighton. But there's this little arrow here. It's pointing towards you. We're not going towards you though. We're going to a special place, an abandoned village. On my way out of Lewes now, heading west towards the junction that's going to take me down south towards the abandoned village. Whoa, Lewes! I'm finding that this place is pure filth. There's one road called Cockshut Road. Who would have thought right near Anna Cleeve's house there'd be a Cockshut Road? There's another coming up called Jug Street. I want to apologise to the people of Jugs Road. I called it Jug Street. It's not, it's clearly a road. So I apologise if you are deeply offended by that. No way. Oh, Lewes. Follow this road, it takes us all the way up towards Kingston. That's our next destination. Kingston town. Blah, 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 blah. Going to see what all those white rappers who think they're Jamaican were yammering on about. You can see a little village just down that way, but the path goes up this way, complete opposite way I want to go. But just over the ridge, I noticed there appears to be a windmill. Well, I don't know much about this windmill behind me. It looks pretty run down, much like your dad. From what I can see, the public aren't allowed anywhere near it, much like your dad. It's got 6 sails on it. It's pretty well hung, unlike your dad. But much like this horse, probably. Pony? Donkey? I don't know. Do you know anything about the windmill? Time to get back on that dirt track. Let's get down to Kingston. Plum, plum. Bloody hell, Kingston. Gotta admit, I was expecting a few more Jamaican flags. Instead, I just saw some weird signs. Brr. Can't smell any reefer. I think all those white rappers trying to be Jamaican were wrong about this place, man. There is a church. A nice Kingston town lady just passed me. She said, church is in that direction. So, you know, she didn't have an accent. It was more warped British Southern. So, you know, there's that. And then there is the fact that she was very friendly. So that's one thing that I can confirm. People in Kingston are friendly and lovely and very helpful, even when you don't ask for it. Church here looks about 13th century. I'm probably wrong on that, but just looking at the stone, starting to get an eye for these things. I've done too many of these videos. You've got flint, you've got cayenne or cone or con. It's not open, it's all locked up. Bar from a tiny window there, it's all closed up. No one's going in it. Presumably, from what I found, there was some kind of Wicker Man zombie apocalypse, and maybe they had to close it up for that. What is this? Looks like a person. I don't know, mate. Kingston's starting to freak me out. Well, my battery's now running quite low, so I need to recharge. switch the camera off and hope that this isn't the moment that a zombie wicker man attacks me. Gonna get the hell out of here, charge my battery on the walk up the hill, and hopefully I can speak to you soon if I haven't been attacked.
2,000 years later.
Just leaving Kingston now, on the path up, straight up a nice big hill. Gonna get on top of this ridge and join onto the South Downs Way for a spell, maybe about 10 minutes. But what is the South Downs Way? Well, I'll tell you. South Downs Way is about a 100-mile walkway that cuts all the way across the South Downs, all across the top. It starts at Eastbourne and it comes all the way through towards New Haven, across the top round here. It just kind of comes over where those cliffs are, up here to near Kingston, and then it comes round to the top end of Brighton. From there it heads west and it heads all the way out to Winchester. 100 miles, a long way. And one day on these videos I'll walk it, but not today, not today. Any more questions? You at the back.
Why are you so unfit?
That's detention. Get out. This walk is long and lonely. Along the way you really wish you had some music. Clear my throat. Well, it's a long way to the top if you want to go to Balsdean, yeah. I can't do that one. Copyright, not because I can't sing it. You get your balls to the wall, man. Because it's Balsdean. Like, and again, copyright. Balsdean, nothing more than Balsdean. Trying to forget why the hell I walked today. Can you hear that? Nothing. It's so quiet. Kind of cool, kind of spooky at the same time. Especially since we were seeing Wicker Man zombie things in Kingston. I'm hoping that they didn't follow me out here to the outskirts of Balsdean. Whoa! Stiffest one of the series. Oh, madam. This is meant to be a history walk. Instead, it's transcended into pure filth. Stiff things rubbing off on me, jugs everywhere, as I walk across some dirt box field towards Balsdean. This is practically a carry-on film at this point. I thought I'd just take a chill at the moment down by all this old junk, because why not? We're basically right on the outskirts of where Balsdean would have been. Balsdean was a village during the early 20th century. Of course, World War II comes along. Lots of people still living here, lots of farmland, lots of work going on. They all got cleared out. All the locals, they got told, go move, Rottingdean, Lewes, Kingston town, blah, blah. They pretty much had to up and leave because the military come in and they wanted to use the houses and the church as a firing range and a kind of like training ground. A lot of this kind of junk got left behind, machines, ploughs, bulldozers. You can see here, possibly an engine of some kind from a bulldozer. These are the artefacts that remain of Balsdean. It's actually quite boring there. I was hoping that we get to see something hidden away in a corner of a barn, an old barn, but it's not, it's just a rundown old barn. I can't say for sure whether it was here during World War II. There's some parts of it which do kind of marry into that, but I think a lot of it has been rebuilt at some point, then left to go derelict. Looks like the local farmer has been shearing his sheep there. What is this? There's a lot more to see in Lewes and in Kingston. For obvious reasons, you get a lot more of the architecture, a lot more of the history. You don't get as much of a high concentration of history out in the wilderness, out in the middle of nowhere. Nice walk though. The sun's been keeping me nice and warm, stopping my fingers from getting cold. As a plus. This murking is also stopping my fingers from getting cold. As a plus. The smell from it though is making my fingers smell. That's a minus. When are we gonna get there?
It's a ghost town when the sun goes down. There's only one thing they're coming for, my crack will get shown. You knucklehead idiot. I'm malevolent, intentions are insidious.
So this is Balsdean. I'll be honest with you, it's quite disappointing. All that's left are a few clumps of some chalk that they've dug up. There's not really much else. Disappointed is a word. I didn't think that the end of this series would be so anticlimactic. I didn't think that after the day I've had and the silliness and the fun of walking around Lewes, Kingston and coming through the fields would have ended like this. This adventure's been fun. We've got to see Iron Age forts, we've got to see castles, we've got to see windmills, we've got to see some history, we've got to see the outside of some churches, we've got to see the inside of a church. But today has definitely been the most fun that I've had on this entire series because I got to see jugs. Oh, Lewes. I need to get home. I need some food. I need a hearty beverage in me. I need to get warm, rest these tired legs and prepare myself for Series 2! If you've enjoyed watching this series as much as I've enjoyed making this series, why don't you click on another video on this part of the abandoned village? And why don't you subscribe to the channel and you'll get to see more abandoned stuff by clicking this button right here. This has been fun, but I'm sick of looking at chalk mounds now, and it's cold. I want a beer.